This is K2 News at 5 on your side.
New today, a Portland woman charged with attempted murder for allegedly shooting a teenager appears in court. Good evening and welcome to this digital edition of K2 News at 5. I'm Deb Knapp. That woman, Natasha Mollet, pleaded not guilty. Police say the victim was walking his dog when he was shot. K2's Emily Gersh is live at the Justice Center in downtown Portland. Emily, you spoke with a neighbor who has surveillance video of the incident. What else did you learn?
That's right, Deb. Well, this neighbor also had several other surveillance videos of incidents involving Mollet that go back months, including an August incident when Mollet threatens to shoot her, and it's all caught on camera.
Back in August, she actually threatened to shoot me, and I did report that. And my cameras caught it.
Shaylin Fuller lives in the apartment beneath Natasha Mollet. This video from August shows Mollet yell outside Fuller's apartment. This expletive is about to get shot. Other videos show Mollet banging on her windows and yelling. Fuller has filed several police reports and documented each of the incidents with the apartment management company, but claims nothing has been done.
And it's just really frustrating that it got to this point and somebody else got hurt.
The video she has from Friday has been collected by police for evidence of attempted murder. It shows Mollet following and shouting at a 17-year-old walking his dogs, and then shots fired. On Monday afternoon, Mollet, who was a convicted felon from previous incidents, was arraigned in court for attempted murder, assault, felon in possession of a firearm, and unlawful use of a weapon. Now Fuller wants some accountability.
That it's highly acceptable that my kids are scared to be home. You know, I have a video of my 3-year-old saying, "Mom, I don't want to go home. The neighbor's scary."
Now, the last update we got, the victim is still recovering at the hospital, and I also reached out to police and the DA's office, and what I learned is that the DA said that the police had not actually forwarded these previous incidents involving Mollet to them. I also reached out to the apartment management company, but I have not heard back. We're live in downtown Portland tonight. Emily Gersh, K2 News.
Emily, thank you. The man accused of killing his estranged wife returned to the courtroom today. Michael Fournier is charged with second-degree murder in the death of Susan Lane Fournier. He's also charged with unlawful use of a weapon. Lane Fournier was found dead in Welch's a week after she was reported missing. 2 dogs believed to be hers were also found dead in Multnomah County. Tonight, the Clark County Sheriff's Office is investigating whether a well-known serial killer is connected to a series of disappearances and homicides from the early 70s. Warren Forrest is currently serving 2 life sentences for the 1974 murders of Krista Blake and Martha Morrison. Detectives say he's also suspected in the deaths, disappearances, and assaults of 7 other women and girls in Clark County between 1971 and 1974. K2 reporter Thanvi Verma just spoke with detectives about this and how they're asking for the public's help solving these cases. We'll have an update tonight after Monday Night Football. For the second year in a row, the Oregon Ducks will have a quarterback at the Heisman Trophy ceremony. Dylan Gabriel was just announced as a finalist along with Colorado cornerback Travis Hunter, Boise State running back Ashton Genty, and Miami quarterback Cam Ward. Ward previously played for Washington State Cougars. The Heisman is awarded to the top college football player each year. Gabriel joins recent Oregon nominees Bo Nix, Marcus Mariota, and LaMichael James. The winner will be chosen Saturday night in New York. A Southeast Portland game store was burglarized over the weekend. The suspect making off with about $250 worth of merchandise. Police say the individual broke into Red Castle Games early Saturday morning by prying open the front door. Suspect also damaged the cabinet that the stolen merchandise was in.
The person was in and out very quickly, collecting what they wanted. They knew what they wanted, and probably would have snagged more if the alarm wasn't as obnoxious as it is, which is glad it's doing its job.
Portland police say there have been 4 burglary or vandalism calls to the business since June of 2023. This investigation is ongoing. A state mediator is now helping with negotiations between the Beaverton School District and the Teachers Union. It comes more than 2 months after the district first announced it was requesting the state for help reaching a deal. 2 sides have been working on a new contract since February, but talks have stalled. There's only one mediator in the state, meaning Beaverton had to wait for talks between Albany and its teachers union to wrap before getting help. There's about a $200 million gap between the district and teachers union proposals. K2 will bring you updates on the talks as soon as we get them. Tomorrow, the Corbett School Board is set to vote on a loan from the Multnomah County Education Service District. The district faces roughly a $3 million budget shortfall. The superintendent said the mistake was caused by an accountant at MESD. The district already announced it plans to lay off 10 staff members, including 3 teachers, as part of its efforts to bridge the massive gap. K2 is still working to learn the exact amount of the proposed loan, but it is expected to be about $2 million. The vote is set to be held at a special board meeting tomorrow night at 7. More layoffs are coming for Boeing workers in Washington. According to a notice filed with the state's Employment Security Department, the company is laying off 396 workers across the state. It'll take effect February 21st of next year. Just last month, Boeing laid off more than 2,000 workers in Washington. The cuts are part of Boeing's plan to reduce their workforce by 10% in the coming months. As of now, Boeing has not indicated any new layoffs for workers in Oregon. Portland Parks and Recreation trying to make the city greener. From now through March, the department's urban forestry team will plant more than 1,000 trees. And the goal is to increase the canopy in communities and neighborhoods most prone to heat illness. K2's Allison Gottlieb joins us live in southeast Portland tonight. And Allison, you're in an area that has seen dozens of trees planted in the past several years.
That's right, Deb. From 56th to 61st on Burnside all the way to Mount Tabor Middle School, there has been 30 trees planted since 2018, and that's a lot compared to the surrounding areas. Now, Parks and Rec say that their program is targeting neighborhoods east of the Willamette River that are really lacking tree canopy. From cleaning the air to cooling the city, planting trees in Portland is a priority. Portland's Parks and Recreation's urban forestry team targeting neighborhoods with low tree canopy. According to the department, west of the Willamette River, there is over 50% of tree coverage, while on the east side, where most Portlanders live, it's only 21%. I asked why this is.
There has been more investment of resources in affluent neighborhoods, and so you'll see that pattern on the east side too, and it's places which have more low-income communities or communities of color, specifically in East Portland, that also have the fewest trees.
He says they are hoping to bring more trees to Portland's east side while working with the community.
So community members are alerted that there's an opportunity to have a tree planted in the space between the sidewalk and the curb. And if they're not interested, they can opt out. And we select a tree that's low maintenance, that is climate forward, so the tree will be more drought tolerant and easy to maintain.
Portland Parks and Rec will be taking care of the planting as well as the maintenance of the tree for the first 3 years of its life, which PP&R says it's the most critical for its survival. The department has another project specifically for private properties to receive trees as well. Right now, there are under 300 trees still available, and the deadline to apply for that is this Friday, December 13th. We'll have all the details on K2.com. Live in Southeast Portland, Allison Gottlieb, K2 News.
Allison, thank you. Time now for a look at our weather forecast. Meteorologist Dave Selesky joins us now.
Dry skies back in the forecast for at least the next few days, but also fairly chilly out there. If you're headed out to do the Christmas ships tonight, they're going to be on the Willamette River, 7 p.m. Clear skies, but it's going to be cold. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 40s, and by the end of that parade, perhaps down into the upper 30s. They're going from Johns Landing all the way down to the Fremont Bridge this evening, so great view of that. Speaking of bridge, there is the Astoria-Megler Bridge. You can see from Astoria. No temperature report or sky condition report this hour out of Astoria, but they have been seeing fair skies there throughout most of the day. And of course, our in at Spanish Head camera, Lincoln City, nice shot there. Fair skies this hour, 47 the current temperature at this time. Standard Insurance Tower, downtown Portland, again night, a bad early evening. Clear skies down to 47 this hour with northwest winds now at 5 miles an hour. So our top 3 things to know. A lot of moisture in the atmosphere, not much wind, so areas of fog and likely dense fog forming up late tonight in parts of the Willamette Valley, especially in the wind-sheltered areas on the west side of Metro Portland as well. We will see some easterly winds picking up in the gorge late tonight and especially for tomorrow. On Tuesday, not as strong as they were last week, but still fairly breezy out there. You can see some gusts perhaps upwards of 25 to 35 miles an hour in the Gresham-Troutdale area. And then rain is back in the forecast by, looks like late week right now, perhaps as early as Wednesday evening, but more likely right now going into Thursday. Here are the highs today, 51 for both Portland and Vancouver, 49 for Salem on the coast this afternoon. Tillamook topped out at 52 degrees. The Dalles today at 44, 48 in Redmond and out east in Pendleton. High temperature there, 48 degrees. Now, here's the hour-by-hour forecast. So fair skies this evening. We will have areas of fog forming up late tonight through tomorrow morning. Nice offshore flow here again. So again, some breezy conditions out towards the west end of the gorge. We get in towards late Tuesday. We'll begin to see some increasing clouds around the area. Then more cloud cover coming in on Wednesday. This cold front right here begins to run at the Pacific Northwest, but it's going to stretch apart, and we will see it weakening, but we'll hold together, I think, with enough cloud cover, enough moisture to bring some light rain in late Wednesday, early on Thursday, and then another system back behind that promises more wet weather going into late Thursday and going into Friday and the weekend. So your forecast for tomorrow on the Oregon coast tomorrow, some morning fog, then partly sunny skies by the afternoon. High temperature around 50 tomorrow for Astoria, but tonight's low there, 34. It'll be 32 and 55, the low and the high in Tillamook with light and variable winds. In the Willamette Valley, dense fog in the morning with partial afternoon clearing. Now, say if you're from Aurora down towards McMinnville area, you may be seeing a few sun breaks, but again, it could stay socked in there much of the day. High of just 42 tomorrow for Salem, 46 for Longview, and 48 in Troutdale with, again, easterly winds picking up late tonight in the gorge. And then for the central part of the state and also for the gorge, first of all, the gorge forecast calls for, again, fair skies. Freezing level tomorrow about 10,000 feet, so we have an inversion. Warmer air aloft. There's that high temperature tomorrow at Government Camp of 44, but 39 down at the Dalles. And we'll see east winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusts to 35 by late in the day. Central and eastern Oregon, plenty of sunshine here. And 23 and 39, the low and the high in Pendleton. Going to be 22 and 45 for the low and the high in the Bend area with southeast winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour. All right, so for tonight, down to 33 in Portland. High temperature tomorrow right at 50. How about 49 with increasing clouds on Wednesday? Showers on Thursday, a high of 48 degrees. It'll be showers again, more cloud cover on Friday, and a fairly soggy weekend ahead. Both Saturday and Sunday right now look to be wet with highs in the upper 40s and low 50s. And snow in the Cascades, yes, it'll be falling at or above pass elevation much the latter part of the week.
Dave, thank you. Portland Trail Blazers looking to break a 4-game losing streak as they host the San Antonio Spurs this Friday. Tip-off is at 7 at the Moda. At home, you can watch for free on K2 2.2 Charge on Xfinity Channel 1170. After the game, join K2 Sports Director Tyree Smith, Danny Morang, and Joe Simons for our post-game show, the Rip City Wrap-Up. It also airs on K2 2.2 Charge and streams live on YouTube. Well, we're back on air with more local news right after Monday Night Football. Have a great night.